Forget everything you thought you knew about Audi's naming strategy because the A4 is officially dead and buried. Say hello to the 2025 Audi A5e Hybrid, a car that's causing more confusion than a GPS in a roundabout, but might just be the smartest plug-in hybrid executive car you can buy right now. I'm taking an in-depth look at this German engineering marvel that promises 67 miles of electric range, 295 horsepower, and the ability to make your accountant smile with an 8% company car tax rate. But does it deliver on these bold promises? Or is this just another case of Audi over-engineering a solution to a problem nobody asked for? Let's dive straight into what makes this car tick, starting with the elephant in the room. Why is the A4 replacement called the A5? Audi briefly flirted with the idea that odd numbers meant combustion engines, and even numbers meant electric power. That brilliant strategy lasted about as long as a phone battery in winter, so they scrapped it. But the A5 name stuck, and honestly, it doesn't matter what they call it when the car underneath is this good. The heart of this machine is absolutely fascinating. We're looking at a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder petrol engine pumping out 249 horsepower on its own. But here's where it gets interesting. Audi has bolted a chunky 140 horsepower electric motor right into the 7-speed dual-clutch gearbox. Together, they produce a combined 295 horsepower and 331 pound-feet of torque that's available from the moment you touch the accelerator. This isn't your typical mild hybrid system that barely makes a difference. The 20.7 kilowatt-hour battery pack tucked under the boot floor is 45% larger than what you'd find in the old A6 hybrid, despite being only 23 kilograms heavier. That's the kind of engineering efficiency that makes other manufacturers wake up in cold sweats. The performance figures tell an impressive story. 0 to 62 miles per hour happens in just 5.9 seconds, which puts it right in the sweet spot for an executive express. The top speed is electronically limited to 155 miles per hour, but more importantly, you can cruise at 87 miles per hour in pure electric mode. Try doing that in most other plug-in hybrids and you'll be disappointed. But here's what really sets this car apart from its rivals. That quattro all-wheel drive system means you get traction in all 4 wheels even when running purely on electricity. Most plug-in hybrids revert to front-wheel drive in electric mode, but Audi has engineered this system to maintain that signature quattro grip no matter what power source you're using. The electric range is where this car really shines in the current market landscape. Audi claims 67 miles of pure electric running for the Avant estate, which stretches to just over 68 miles for the saloon. That puts it neck and neck with the BMW 330e and comfortably ahead of most other premium plug-in hybrids. For most people's daily commutes, you'll be running on pure electricity, which means your fuel costs could be practically zero if you're charging at home. The charging situation is equally impressive. The maximum AC charging speed has been bumped up from 7.4 kilowatts to 11 kilowatts, assuming you've got a 3-phase supply at home. That means you can top up the battery from empty to full in just 2.5 hours. Even on a standard home wall box, you're looking at manageable charging times that won't disrupt your daily routine. From behind the wheel, this car demonstrates why German engineering still sets the benchmark. The transition between electric and petrol power is so seamless, you'll often not notice when the engine kicks in. In pure electric mode, there's that instant torque delivery that makes city driving an absolute pleasure. The regenerative braking system can be adjusted through 3 levels using steering wheel paddles, giving you one-pedal driving capability when you want it. The ride quality strikes an impressive balance between comfort and control. Our test car had adaptive dampers, but even so, the A5 feels composed and planted through corners while maintaining that premium Audi refinement on the motorway. The steering is precise without being overly heavy, and there's enough feedback to make enthusiastic driving genuinely enjoyable. Inside, you'll find Audi's latest interior philosophy, which is heavy on screens and light on traditional buttons. The main touchscreen works well enough, but the loss of physical climate controls will frustrate some buyers. The build quality feels solid, though it doesn't quite match the premium feel of the outgoing A4 generation. The digital instrument cluster is sharp and configurable, and the optional passenger display adds a nice high-tech touch, even if its practicality is questionable. Space is typical for the executive car class, with decent room for 4 adults and adequate boot space, though the hybrid system does eat into cargo capacity. The Avant Estate offers 361 liters with the seats up, while the saloon manages 331 liters. That's a significant reduction compared to the non-hybrid versions, but still reasonable for most family needs. The real genius of this powertrain becomes apparent in daily use. The car's hybrid management system is genuinely intelligent, automatically deciding when to use electric power, when to fire up the engine, and when to charge the battery. If you've programmed a destination into the navigation system, it will even plan the most efficient use of electric and petrol power for your specific route. Now let's talk specifically about the Avant Estate version, because this is where the A5e hybrid really shows its versatility. The Avant maintains that classic shooting brake silhouette that's made Audi Estate so desirable over the years, but with a modern twist that makes it look more dynamic than ever. The roofline flows seamlessly into the rear spoiler, creating a profile that's both practical and genuinely attractive. This isn't just a saloon with a bigger boot grafted on, it's been designed from the ground up to look cohesive and purposeful. The practical benefits of choosing the Avant are immediately obvious when you start loading it up. Despite the hybrid battery eating into some of the cargo space, you still get 361 liters with the rear seats up, which expands to an impressive 1,306 liters when you fold them down in the standard 40-20-40 configuration. That's enough space for everything from weekly shopping runs to full family holidays, and the loading lip is perfectly positioned for easy access. The electric tailgate opens to reveal a usefully shaped cargo area that can swallow large items without the awkward loading angles you sometimes get with saloons. What really impresses about the Avant is how Audi has managed the weight distribution with that heavy battery pack sitting at the rear. Rather than making the car feel tail-heavy or affecting the handling negatively, the engineers have used this as an opportunity to improve the overall balance. The result is an Estate that feels more planted and composed through corners than you might expect, while still maintaining that comfortable long-distance cruising ability that makes these cars such excellent motorway companions. The slightly longer wheelbase compared to the saloon also translates into a marginally smoother ride quality, particularly over longer undulations. Company car drivers will love the tax implications. That 67-mile electric range puts the A5e hybrid into the 8% benefit-in-kind tax bracket, matching the BMW 330e and significantly undercutting most other premium executive cars. For fleet managers and company car users, this makes the financial case almost unassailable. The competition in this space is heating up rapidly. The BMW 330e remains the dynamic benchmark with its superior driving engagement, while the Mercedes C-Class offers even longer electric range. More practical alternatives like the Volkswagen Passat and Skoda Superb provide better value and space, but neither can match the A5's combination of refinement, technology, and premium appeal. Pricing starts at just under £49,000 for the saloon, rising to around £51,000 for the Avant Estate. That's competitive with its German rivals, though significantly more expensive than the Czech alternatives. Higher trim levels can push the price well into the £60,000 territory, at which point you need to really value that 4-ring badge. So should you buy one? If you're looking for a premium executive car that can handle most of your daily driving on pure electricity, while still offering the flexibility of a petrol engine for longer trips, the A5e Hybrid makes a compelling case. It's refined, efficient, and genuinely pleasant to drive, with enough performance to keep things interesting when you want them to be. The 2025 Audi A5e Hybrid represents everything a modern plug-in hybrid should be: intelligent, efficient, and engaging to drive. While it may not have the pure driving thrills of a BMW or the value proposition of a Skoda, it strikes an impressive balance that should appeal to buyers who want premium quality without compromise. This is Audi at its most thoughtful, creating a car that works brilliantly in the real world while pointing toward an electrified future. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Leave a comment below with your thoughts or questions. I read every single one. And don't forget to click the bell icon to get notified about my next upload. See you in the next video.